Alright, I'm Sam Worthington, and I just wanted to put a message out there to all the snobby film critics. I respect your opinion, but if you didn't like Avatar, well, you can go fuck yourself. Hey, I'm John from Mothman Jones Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing Wrath of the Titans. So Wrath of the Titans stars mainly Sam Worthington, who's the star Perseus, Liam Neeson, Ralph Fiennes, and on the side, somebody who's been out of the picture for a while, Rosamund Pike, who was in Doom. Before I went to see this movie, I did watch Clash of the Titans, and people hated that movie. I understand why it gets the hate, but I didn't hate that movie. No, it definitely wasn't good, but I don't think I'm saying it's good, but it wasn't bad. It was okay. And then I went to this thinking it might be worse or better, because I don't know. I've seen different reviews, and it was alright. First of all, I could definitely say it's better than Clash of the Titans from 2 years ago. The only good that I got out of this movie, really, was the cinematography. The cinematography in this movie was pretty stunning in some parts, in my opinion. The special effects were on Transformers level, and there were some shots that were really, really amazing. I thought the third act, for the most part, was pretty engaging, but there were problems because of it that I didn't love it, and I'll get into that a little bit later. There's a lot more action in this movie than there was in Clash of the Titans, and the third act with the big boss villain was much better than the Kraken in the first movie. The acting from the gods was great, and the acting from the mortals was okay. It's almost like a metaphor because they casted like these acting legends, Ralph Fiennes, yeah, Liam Neeson, for these big god roles, and then they cast these mediocre actors, with kind of the exception of Sam Worthington, in the mortal roles. Speaking of Sam Worthington, he was typical Sam Worthington in this movie, but there were parts where I saw an above-average actor shine, and then there are also parts where I thought, why is this guy an actor? I felt like a lot during this movie that they were trying to drain emotional feelings from you, and that's just hokey and stupid because you don't get any emotion, because even if you did see the first movie, you have no emotional attachment to these characters or this plot or anything. So when things happen, I mean, it's entertaining while it's going on, but after it's over, you forget about it. Which brings me to the third act. The third act was pretty stunning and amazing in my opinion, just because of the visual scale and scope and what was going on. But if we cared about the characters and the story, it would have been much more memorable, which is a shame because I'm kind of forgetting about a lot of the movie right now. There's also quite a few plot holes in this movie, and despite whether you saw the first movie or not from 2010, there's a lot of things that are brought up that just don't make sense. It's almost like they expect you to believe that things were like happening during the movie so they can be resolved. Like, for example, without spoiling anything really, I never got the impression that Andromeda and Perseus were having a romance. And in this movie, it's addressed that Perseus had a wife and a child. And this movie takes place several years after Clash of the Titans. By the end of this film, you're supposed to be led into belief that these two had a relationship. And I didn't buy that at all. Also, if you saw the first movie, you know that there was a lot of really, really dumb dialogue. Speaking, the script is absolutely terrible, for the most part. Perseus, we're running out of options. What are we going to do? We're going to take the 2 or 3 people that we have with us right now, and we're going to storm those gates. But we can't do that. They have armies waiting for us at the door. Well then, I guess we're going to have to ring their doorbell. Wrath of the Titans was certainly not a good movie, but I did enjoy myself. So in a nutshell, it's a mediocre action film that has enjoyable moments. You're just not going to remember anything from it. You're just going to be like, oh, well, that was fun. What do you want to do now? Smoke some weed? And if you're looking for something to do, then I say go see this movie. Certainly, it was much better than Clash of the Titans in regard to the acting and the action. I'm going to give Wrath of the Titans a very, very solid even though it sounds terrible. 2 out of 5 stars. If you like this video, please subscribe right there. You can also check out my Facebook and Twitter down below. I'm Hopman Jones. See you on the next review. And I'm gonna let a personal friend take the outro.
I dedicate this fight to Zeus, my father, and to all those who paid to see Terminator Salvation. Ah! Chip, your mates. I'm Sam Worthington, and I disapprove of